Hermes Gasparini has stated that Devon will never defeat Levan. Now, never is a strong word, right? But he also provided some valid reasons. We all know that the race to beat Levan this year has been absolutely crazy. Could it be Michael Todd? Could it be Vitaly Lalatin? Maybe even Hermes himself? Well, not Hermes exactly, but Michael Todd could face Levan instead of Vitaly. That's a topic for another video. Inevitably, Devon will face Levan again. Maybe not this year, but by next year, for sure. He's not even denying it anymore. He just says he's not ready yet. He wants to face Vitaly and Morozov first, and then he'll take on Levan. I think Morozov can beat him, but what about Vitaly? Do you guys think Devon can beat Vitaly? Let me know in the comments. Vitaly is an absolute tank too. Devon versus Levan is happening again. Will it be the same story? This rematch is inevitable. But will it just be a repeat of last time, or will something change? In their second match, Devon's strategy was to focus on strengthening his forearm and hand. But it didn't really work. Well, it worked a little, but not enough. I even mentioned in another video that Devon's biceps looked small compared to the rest of his arm. Kind of strange. On top of that, Devon keeps insisting on not training his whole body properly. He says he does, and he occasionally posts videos about working out his entire body, but we never actually see it. It's weird because he always posts his arm wrestling training sessions. So why not his full body workouts? Hermes' criticism of Devon's training. That was basically Hermes' criticism. He acknowledged that Devon has incredible pronation and massive grip strength. Usually, that's all he needs to beat most opponents. But against Levan? No way. To defeat Levan, you need more than just hand and forearm strength. You need to improve your entire body. Gaining weight alone won't be enough either. One of Devon's biggest weaknesses, according to Hermes, is his back pressure. To explain it simply, back pressure is the force a competitor uses to pull their opponent toward themselves, primarily using the biceps, forearm, and parts of the back. I'll link a video of Hermes training this technique so you can see exactly what it is. This is definitely not Devon's strong suit. He first needs to stop Levan's power using strong back pressure before even attempting his flop press. That's why Jerry Cadaret got completely destroyed by Levan. He tried to go straight for the flop press, but he lacked the back pressure strength that Hermes has. Hermes, on the other hand, first stopped Levan and then applied the flop press gradually. So, if Hermes says Devon can't beat Levan because of his weak back pressure, he knows what he's talking about. He was able to hold Levan off, so he understands the challenge better than most. Besides, just look at Hermes. His biceps are massive, his forearms are gigantic, and overall, his arms, shoulders, and back are extremely strong. That's the key difference. Hermes has a well-rounded upper body, while Devon relies almost entirely on his hand and forearm strength. But wait, Devon still beat Hermes. Let's not forget that Devon did beat Hermes back in 2022. With just his forearm and hand strength, he completely shut Hermes down. But I'll say it again, this strategy works against most opponents. It won't work against Levan. You can't just rely on your hand and forearm to beat someone as powerful as Levan. That's not going to happen. Look at the size of Levan. How could anyone think that just training grip and forearm strength would be enough to beat him? To have a real shot, you need to train everything, gain weight, build up your biceps, shoulders, back, everything. Hermes has all of that. In fact, a few months ago, a video surfaced of a sparring match between Devon and Hermes. Now, it wasn't a real match, obviously, but it gives us a small glimpse of what an official fight might look like. In the video, we see Devon in a defensive hook position while Hermes tries to break through using a classic top roll. He applies pressure once, twice, but by the third attempt, he starts to fatigue. That means that even though Hermes has a more complete arm, he still struggles to bring Devon down, even in a sparring session. But with the left arm, Hermes took Devon down. Does that mean Hermes would win in an official left-handed match? I think so. Actually, even with the right arm, I believe the current version of Hermes would put up a great fight against Devon. He's learned from his mistakes in their first match, and let's not forget, he wasn't fully prepared for that fight because it was a last-minute match. If he had more time to train, it could be a completely different story. Hermes refused to fight Devon. Why? Now, here's the interesting part. Hermes didn't want to fight Devon. I'll make a video about this, but basically, Hermes criticized Devon's match against Gennady, saying it was terrible. It almost seems like he watched my video, because he repeated exactly what I said. Devon responded to him, and even challenged him to a match. If I remember correctly, Hermes was the one who provoked Devon first, and Devon accepted the challenge. But then Hermes changed his mind and backed out. Maybe he thought, if I lose to Devon, my shot at beating Levan is gone. So he decided not to take the risk. Now let me ask you, who do you think would win, Devon or Vitaly? What about Hermes versus Devon? Do you agree with Hermes' criticism of Devon? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.